Please help support the channel by entering code IROS in-game. Thank you. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is of course IROS here with a brand new Undawn video. Now today I'm going to run down the top tips for starting out on Undawn today as you begin for the first time. Because as you should be aware already, the server's just launched today. It depends what time zone you're in and what sort of time you wake up in the morning, but you might be just starting or you might be still sort of confused of what you're supposed to be doing. So I'm just going to give you some simple things that'll keep you on track so you know what you're doing and you can progress faster. So guys, be sure to like the video, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. And if you did see at the start of the video, if you would like to support the channel further, you can use my creator code in-game by clicking perks and then creator code. I do appreciate it. Anyway guys, we're going to get straight into it right now. First of all guys, remember to set your layout. Now, I've already done it. I'm not going to show you how I've organised everything. I've already done it the second that I did start the game, but you should get your layout more or less to where it's easy to play. I hate having a default layout that I can't use. And also remember to set your vehicle layout. You're going to use your bike, or if you get a car or whatever, quite a lot. And I found myself at time during the closed beta test looking for the exit vehicle button for 5 minutes, thinking where the hell did I put it? So it works out better if you set your layout to exactly what you need it. Now, on the subject of layout, guys, you should also spend a few minutes altering your sensitivity. Now, all these can be found in settings. Obviously, this is the only settings I'm going to recommend you do, but when it comes to sensitivity, guys, you've got loads of different ones. You've got no scope, you've got red dot, you've got 2 times, 4 times, 6, etc. Now, what I'm going to recommend you do, guys, because you'll not unlock every single scope size initially, okay? You'll start with a red dot, you'll start with hip fire, etc. Wait until you unlock the different lengths of scopes before you set the sensitivity for these ones. Now, because Undawn has got very sort of random sensitivity. Sometimes it's really too high, sometimes it's really too low. And you want it on the default to start with. So like the 8 times for sniper scopes and stuff like that. Set that when you get a sniper scope. And then you've got like a basis to go off, and it's not going to really ruin your chances of getting it right first time. But yes, make sure you do set your sensitivity. Very, very important. Right guys, next tip for you guys is to focus on main missions at first. Eventually you'll hit a wall and it'll tell you to reach a certain level, like 16 or something, before you can continue, and that's when you can start doing the event tasks or dungeons, etc. Now, on similar games to this, I'm going to mention Life After. To level up, you have to gather, you have to fight things, and you have to craft. On this one, that doesn't go down the same as that. You get your experience from doing tasks and missions and sort of dungeons, etc., as well as like daily events, blah, blah. That's how you get your experience and that's how you level up. So it's very important that you focus on just the quests at first. I see a lot of people, you know, gathering for like 2 hours, and I'm thinking, well, you don't really need to do that right this second. You can do it later on. You can progress for your gathering later on, and it's relatively easy to gather stuff as well. So there's that. But yes, you can see right now in the background, I'm focused on the missions because that's where I want to progress into the game, you know what I mean, a lot faster. So make sure you do focus on the missions. That's how you get the most experience. As well, if you find little side missions like this one I'm just about to stop off at, you can see the guy's got like a little sort of quest thing above his head. This guy gives experience, so it pays you to do this sort of thing as well. Right, so guys, next tip. Throughout the massive world of Undawn, you're going to find signposts and dungeon boards, etc. And all these things can be used as fast travel points to get around the world faster, because obviously you don't want to be spending all your time on your bike going 200 kilometers in that direction to reach Timmy for his lost sheep. You know what I mean? Something like that. You want to be able to fast travel for easiness. So it pays you while you're roaming around. If you see one that's locked, go unlock it, and then in the future when you need it for a mission, you can just fast travel to it. Just literally go around and unlock every single one you see. Next guys, throughout the world of Undawn, you're going to find secret passages, you're going to find abandoned towns, or you're going to find towers, etc., which will have these hidden chests in, as they're called Easter eggs. They do appear on the map, so they're quite easy to find. You just, some are a bit harder to get to than others, where you have to say climb up a tower or find the trapdoor like I just did there, and about to do again, find another trapdoor, and and find where the things are. But they're very good because you get exploration points, you get a little bit of experience in other ways, and you're going to unlock a lot more stuff and get free stuff from doing these. So every time you come across one, if you can figure out how to get it, go get it. Totally worth it, as you're about to see in a second when I open this one. When I eventually actually figure out whereabouts to go in the bunker, for some reason it's in the toilet, you can go ahead and see that gave us some super glue, some basic materials, etc. So it's definitely worth seeking these out when you go past them. Next, everyone, as you progress through Undawn as a whole and you start completing missions and doing world events and, you know, finding hidden treasures and stuff, you're going to eventually unlock upgrade materials and enhancement materials. So you're going to unlock new sights and attachments for each gun, and you're going to be able to upgrade the overall level of your guns and equipment. So make sure you do when you get the chance. Remember to just upgrade these. A lot of people don't do it thinking, I'll wait until I'm higher level. It counts for every single one. So when you do an enhancement on a gun, it becomes +1. If you change that gun to a different gun, the new gun will also be +1. So don't worry about wasting them, or I've only got a limited supply. When you've got them, you can use them. Just use them. Overall, it improves your stats, your health, your damage, etc. And it makes you just get through the game a lot faster than if you didn't do it. Right, guys, eventually in the game you're going to get a quest after you've climbed a tower to reactivate a radio tower, whatever, to gather these trade materials. Certain ones you find from animals, plants, trees, and stone deposits. Now, what I'm going to say when you get to this mission is, because it just sort of completes itself and asks you to upgrade your mana afterwards, just gather far too much. Now, you'll start to realise when you're doing this one, trees are in abundance. Stone's quite easy to find. Animals are pretty much everywhere, but the plants are quite hard to find. So you're going to need all this stuff eventually anyway. So when you get to this point and you've got a bit spare moment and stuff, just gather too much stuff. Fill your backpack with as much as possible, especially wood and stone, because wood and stone you're going to need a lot of to do a lot of building and crafting, etc. So make sure you've got plenty on you, and then go back to your camp and refine all of them straight into your warehouse. Don't keep them in your backpack, because the more you've got in your backpack, the less you can carry, you know what I mean? So it pays, you're only going to use them when you're in your camp anyway, so it pays you to just put them straight in your warehouse and, you know, expand. Now, another thing you can do is go to Raven Shelter, purchase some glue, make some wooden planks, and make sure you have plenty of storage to store all the stuff you're picking up, because you don't want to run around with a full backpack constantly and then you find something you want to pick up and you can't. It's quite irritating to keep teleporting back and forwards because of storage issues. So make sure you got plenty of storage and just gather more than you need. Right, guys, next, whether you're still in the wildlands of the forest or you're in a camp, you can upgrade your homestead by clicking the sign outside of it, as you've just seen there. Now, make sure you do check this regularly to see if you're the correct level or what materials you need to actually upgrade it. This is why I said gather too much, because you'll do that one for a quest and then you'll need more stuff straight after to do the next upgrade. That's the only way to improve your walls, improve your gate, etc. is by upgrading your homestead. Obviously, you still have to level up your character, but leveling up your homestead also increases your maximum character level available. So it does pay to do both hand in hand, constantly progress. Make sure you know what you need and go get the stuff you need to upgrade your homestead, because that is what helps you progress faster in the game. Very, very important to take note of this at all times. Right, guys, last step, I swear to God this is the last one that you have to listen to my voice for, is in the story at the top right, you've got your adventure guide. Now, it does tell you to complete this in a mission, but if you didn't know where it was, that's where it is. Make sure you do complete these. You get lots of free stuff and free equipment and stuff and free, you know, materials to better yourself, plus it lets you progress the story faster. So you can just focus this. If you're stuck on something to do, you know it's telling us to gather 100 stone there, just do the survival guide or do a dungeon, blah blah blah. Just make sure you're constantly progressing and getting higher level, higher mana level, etc. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, guys, please do leave a like down below. I hope it helps you, especially if you're new to the game and you haven't played any closed beta tests or early access or anything like I have, and you're just kind of stuck at the very start, and maybe you're, I don't know, stuck at level 7. I know a few people get stuck at level 7 and they don't know what else to do. So just hope you find it very, very helpful. If you did, please do subscribe to the channel, and I will mention again, I'm not going to mention it all the time in every single video, but since this is the first video of the first day, if you would like to support the channel with any in-game purchases you make on Undawn itself, be it cosmetics or spins or bits of house or vehicle spins, anything at all you buy in the store for real money can support the channel. So do please click perks at the top, go to create a code, all capitals IROS, would appreciate it massively. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.